Good afternoon and welcome back to the Men's Ice Hockey Division I Allentown Regional. Thank you to the media members for coming out again today. We are now joined by Quinnipiac head coach Rand Pecknold and student athletes Travis Treloar and Cooper Moore. We'll begin with an opening statement from the head coach, followed by questions for the head coach and student athletes.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited to be back in the NCAA Regional, excited to be in Allentown. It's our third time in 6 years here, so it's they do a great job with the facilities, the rink, everything's been first class. We're excited to play UConn. I think they've had a great year. I'm friends with Cav. I think Cav's done a great job, his whole staff, and we're a little bitter from the 2-1 loss early in the year, so we're looking to get after it tomorrow, and should be a great game.
Media members, if you would raise your hand, we'll pass around mics. Please start by introducing yourself and your affiliation.
Don Amori, Hartford Current. Randy, as you mentioned, you and Cav are friends. What have you seen, watched, observed from the way he's built the program from where it was when he got there to where it is now, and how similar is it to what you've been able to build at Quinnipiac over these periods of time?
Yeah, it's a process. Like it's hard to build a program up. I think UConn's done a really good job of putting that rink on campus. I think that I'm guessing that helps a lot. I think he's done a really good job of hiring good assistants. They always have plenty of talent, and I think the big thing I see from that team this year is just the buy-in and the identity. They're all in. They're doing a nice job, and certainly he's got two really good goalies. Good goalies make good coaches, so I give Cap credit for that. He figured that out. Go get some good goalies. They always had good goalies at BC too, but I'm happy for him. He's had a great season.
Ava Heaton, Q30 Sports. Coach, you came into the season with a lot of new players. How have you seen team chemistry grow throughout the regular season and now into the playoffs?
Yeah, it's been a jump. I won't lie. It was a struggle in October. Our record was bad. Our morale in the locker room wasn't great. But I thought the guys kind of pulled together, and our captains, two of them are here with me now, did a great job along with Davis and Altz, and got the boys all on board, and we believed, and we've had a great turnaround and a great season. So but we want to keep playing. So again, we're looking forward to tomorrow.
Seb Lopes, QBSN. Coach, you mentioned good goalies. At this time of the year, you have multiple options that are really good in between the pipes. How important is that for you?
Yeah, I mean they've both been great. They've had spurts. Dylan's a freshman and Matei's only a sophomore. Both extremely talented, great work ethic, and we feel comfortable playing either one of them. We feel like either one of them can win a game for us.
Eli Ehlers, Q30 Sports. Trav, for you as the captain, how do you try to help your teammates get back into it after the tough loss last weekend?
I mean, yeah, obviously it was a tough one to swallow. But no, kind of what we've been saying, we're super excited to be here. It's not easy to come to the NCAA tournament. And obviously we got a good game tomorrow to look ahead for. So we're super excited. And, if you're not up for these games, then I think you're playing the wrong sport. So we're ready to go.
Yeah, for both Travis and Cooper, if you can weigh in on this, but Coach mentioned a certain bitterness from the game at Sacred Heart, the CT Ice game. First time that UConn had beaten Quinnipiac, I guess, in 8 or 9 times. What were the feelings coming out of that game, and what do you take from that game that's going to go into tomorrow's game?
Yeah, I mean, especially that being a tournament game in the semifinals, that was really tough to swallow. Having to play the consolation game the next day, we remembered that, and we've seen the clips a lot on film as well, so we've been taken back to that feeling. And, throughout the year we've had a couple times where we've had that feeling of losing in the last second, and, we're just going to really try to use those moments and try not to have that happen this weekend.
Coach, that loss at Sacred Heart to UConn, were there any takeaways that stuck with you that you have harped on throughout the season?
I don't think specific. I thought we played really well. I thought it was a really good college hockey game. I thought UConn was good. I thought it was one of our better games of the year, and we just didn't finish our chances, and that's a credit to their goaltender. Muslik was excellent, and part of it too, like he played really well and they defended well in front of him, but we didn't have enough traffic in front of him. He saw a lot of the pucks, so it's not just UConn. We've struggled with that all year. Like, we need to be better with our net anchor and doing better and taking away the goalie's eyes. But I was happy with how we played. I wasn't happy with the result.
Coach, you guys brought in Aaron Bollinger this year as a graduate transfer. How important has his leadership been to the team all season?
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, it's nice to get, obviously this is the last year of the fifth years, right? So Aaron and Rixie have both been great, both captains at their last programs, very successful where they come from. Great players, great character, so really excited to have both in our program. Wish we had them more than 1 year.
For both Trav and Coop, building off of that, what kind of impact has he brought in for you guys to be able to help out the leadership group?
Obviously they were both captains for their respective schools before. And I think it's been really good, especially, in the beginning, me, Coop, Penny, and Alt's first time wearing letters, and obviously having those two kind of backing us up been really helpful during those tough times. But I think we also have a really good underclassmen that will be good future captains as well. So,
Yeah, I think also just having a fresh voice, not everything coming from Trav or me or Penny, just having, other guys that were captains in other programs, kind of taking their knowledge and what they learned over 4 years and bringing it to our program. It's been huge for us.
Ron, since Quinnipiac has been on the national scene, Quinnipiac and Yale has always been kind of the marquee rivalry in Connecticut for the obvious reasons. Can it become Quinnipiac-UConn now? Can this become kind of like an every year big deal thing in Connecticut?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we're going to keep up our part. We're hoping to keep rolling on our end. But yeah, I think so. I mean, I think they've Cav and his staff, they got it humming pretty good right now. They figured it out. So that I can see them being good for a long while, especially with the rink they built and how committed they are from their athletic department. So in the end, I don't say this in a bad way. I don't worry about Yale or UConn. I have to just focus on Quinnipiac and make sure that we do our thing and we're ready to win hockey games and our kids are going to graduate and be successful in life, and we'll let everything else kind of fall where it may after that.
Just for you, Travis and Cooper, both of you, you guys have been here before in terms of the NCAA tournament. How will that experience come into play this weekend?
I mean, obviously it's UConn's first time going to the tournament, so we got to use that to our advantage. We've been there last year as well, and kind of what you said, is use that experience and preaching it to the guys that are playing their first tournament in our locker room as well.
Yeah, I mean, looking back to last year, we played 2 really tight games, overtime games, and it's on the older guys to kind of give the crash course to the younger guys that haven't been here, but also not make it too much of a spotlight for them where they're going out there scared to play. Kind of have to make sure that they're ready to play and ready to play to our identity.
Any other questions from the media?
I'm going to go off of that question as well. What is one thing for any of you that you saw in that championship group 2 years ago that you think the qualities are aligning with the group you have now going into this tournament?
I mean, I played against them.
Last game in Ohio State was us.
That was our last game when I joined them. No, obviously, you can see how well coached that team is, and coming into Quinnipiac now for my second year, how good they are at teaching and preaching it every day. Doesn't matter if it's a Monday practice or Friday game, we still go with the same intensity. And I think, just give credit to the coaching staff, and obviously the players have to buy into that as well.
Any other questions from the media? Awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.